Hi there, Leo. Welcome to a love reading for May 2024. It's Rena here. So, I don't know about this lighting. I just put on a lamp. It's pretty overcast out there. I don't have an overhead light right now. I mean, I do, but I didn't turn it on, so we'll see how this goes. I'm just picking 4 cards. So, it doesn't matter. Okay. So, this reading, by the way, is intended for single people as well as coupled individuals. If you are in a relationship, this reading is intended for people who are struggling in their relationships. It seems like a no-brainer, but there are people that would probably watch even if they're happy in a relationship. Because sometimes, why I think that is because I used to do love readings a lot more frequently, and I remember there was a strange phenomenon where somebody would say after the reading, "Oh no, my husband would never cheat." When it's like, okay, then why are you watching this reading? Then obviously you have a great relationship. It's like they use that as a way to kind of argue against what you're saying, but it doesn't make any sense. If you have a great relationship, enjoy your great relationship. This is for people that are, and people who are single too. If you are like, wow, why am I still single? Well, the Eight of Swords is a card of feeling like you can't really break out of the chains that you're in. And yet they're kind of self-imposed in a way. I mean, I think originally it's not so much self-imposed. They're coming from maybe your family of origin or society, the cultural conditioning that exists, and it makes it hard for a person to really feel like they can be free when it comes to love. Maybe there's some kind of thing that is keeping you there. Leo is a very romantic sign, but sometimes there's baggage that has gone along with the idea of love. Maybe it's kind of a sore subject for some people based on negative past relationships. So it can be very hard to kind of like be that page of cups that's very free when it comes to a new relationship. So let's say you're someone who got divorced and it was a messy divorce. Maybe you didn't even initiate the divorce. Maybe somebody cheated on you or what have you. And you're still kind of not over it. A lot of Leos may have inner planets in Cancer, and that can make it even harder. Maybe you're clinging to a love for somebody that is no longer in the picture. And there are so many ways that we um, feel trapped in life. And it can be very daunting sometimes because it can feel like it's hard to break free from that. Two of Wands. I got this card for Cancer, and I was saying, this idea of either maybe this is a two people that you're choosing from, and it's very difficult because Leo, and I would say too, given the first card here, I'm kind of not going, left to right, which maybe there's a reason that I should read it this way, but let me just talk about this card. The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, a card of the past, of children, and of childhood. This might be, to me, because we just came off of a Mercury retrograde, that you met somebody from your past, or you heard from somebody from your past, or you looked them up yourself. And if there is potential for reuniting with that person, or if this was someone that you never had a relationship with, but it was like your brother's best friend or something, you could be swept up in that nostalgia. And there might be a fair number of Leos who have a Venus in Cancer, have Venus in um, what do you call it, Mercury or Mars, where nostalgia is really something that in some cases you may feel so is like your main reality. Sometimes your moon sign can be anything, it could be in water, and it could be very um, emotional, very sentimental. That's a term that is used to describe Cancer. And this is the Six of Cups is a card attributed to Cancer because it is connected to the past. So in some cases, there have been success stories where people have reunited with somebody that they were, maybe they were high school sweethearts, and maybe 50 years later they they get married to that person, which is really cool. But it doesn't have to be that dramatic. It might just be someone far more recently. But the point is that you may have to choose. If you're already in a relationship, what if that relationship isn't bad? What if you're in a marriage with someone and they treat you well, but you're not in love with them? What do you do? And that's where the Eight of Swords comes in, because you can feel there's like loyalty is associated with Leo. Because I would say primarily it's because you're a fixed sign, but also you have a big heart and you don't want to hurt anybody. So this may be your dilemma if you are coupled. For single people, it can be a thing where there might have been that one person that you really loved that you have never gotten over, and you carry a torch for that person. And the reason I bring that up is because that can create a kind of a feeling of like a blockage, because if a person really is giving their heart away to this non-existent relationship, it's somebody that they really felt a deep connection with, it's possible that that relationship will hold them back from real life in the flesh types of relationships on an energetic level. But the Six of Cups can also be about children. So if you're single, you might be thinking about that biological clock, or just your own time line, how you want to do things. You might be like, I don't want to be 60 years old and still going to family conferences. I want to be, well, I don't know if that would be biologically possible for a woman, but yeah. I mean, some women can have kids well into their 40s. So the Queen of Pentacles. Queens can be mothers. So again, that can go along with this idea. This is kind of the Earth Mother. So it might be for some Leo people that you are getting into that more domestic vibe. If you're single, you're ready for it. Maybe you have the resources to make this happen. You spent earlier years building up a career. Also, the Queen of Pentacles to me can be like a home business, and maybe you just want that sort of, you're waiting for the person who shares your dream for a more domestic kind of a life. And if you don't have that now, if you're with somebody who doesn't want what you want, that can definitely make you feel like you're trapped, like the Eight of Swords. But remember, the swords are the mind, and the mind can be the thoughts. So whatever it is that you're thinking about a situation means so much more than the actual situation, because situations can be changed. There's no question. It's just a matter of being able to, like, be clear about what it is that you want. Also, this might be, if this is somebody from the past, maybe they are married, maybe they have the mother of their child, or some kind of person where you have to decide if you're. I'm not talking about anything necessarily where there's cheating involved. It could simply be that um, you may, I was going to say, like, as a woman, you want to be the queen. I always think of Leo when I think of royalty. I mean, when I think of, yeah, the royalty of the tarot, of the kings and queens. But sometimes people don't want to share their title with someone. And that may be a you problem, because it might be that you're wanting to be center stage and you forget that somebody else came before you. So you have to always respect that too. So obviously this is a general reading, so there's so many possibilities. Okay, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I do have private love readings that are astrology based, which is really cool because I can look at your natal chart and see kind of like, if you're single and you've had, kind of a string of relationships that have not, manifested the way you wanted them to. Maybe there are some patterns here. Maybe there's some attitudes that you hold, whether you realize it or not, that are kind of hurting your chances. Also, I look at the astrological transits that are currently happening in your love life, or if this is for marriage situations in your marriage and in the near future, like what's going to happen. And I shouldn't put it that way, because we don't know how things are going to unfold, and especially since we also hold the power to make certain choices on our own. So yeah, um, and I have other types of readings. You can find out more information at the link below. Thank you for watching. Bye.